Hello everyone and welcome you all on my YouTube channel, and today we will talk about the first house of your astrology birth chart, and we will discuss that what are the significances of first house and why this house is so important. Right, so let's start our discussion. So first house, we call it Tanubhava, we call it ascendant, we call it Lagna, or we can simply call it first house, right? And the karka, the significator of first house is sun. First house is a house that belongs to dharma trikona of your birth chart. And the significances of first house, like first house describes you as an individual. First house describes your bodily presence, your manifestation on this earth. First house, I mean anything that describes you uniquely comes under the umbrella of first house, right? Now, the significances of first house, we can segregate them in two parts. First is your behavioral skills or your behavioral attributes, and second is your physical attributes. So, what comes under behavioral attributes, the kind of aggression you have, the kind of patience you have, the kind of kindness you have, anger, intelligence, intent, determination, all these things comes under your behavioral attributes and can be seen from the first house. And your physical attributes like your health, your personality, your complexion, your hairs, right? All these things are belongs to your physical attributes and can be seen from the first house. In your body, your head also comes under the matter of first house, right? So in Vedic astrology, any sign, a sign present in any house uh, describes about the behavior, about the nature of that house, and the lord of that house has higher say about the physical manifestation of that house. So same is true with the first house as well. In the first house, the sign present in the first house, the sign that is rising, that is your rising sign, that is the sign present in your first house. That sign has higher say about uh, your your natural, your behavioral qualities. That describes your basic nature, the default nature you have. That describes by the sign present in the first house. So let's say someone is Pisces rising. So the quality of Pisces will become his basic nature. So what are the quality of Pisces? Like Pisces is a dual sign, so person will be very moody. Pisces is a watery sign, so person will be emotional. Pisces is a spiritual sign, so person, it is a Brahmin sign, so person have some inclination towards spiritual and religious activity. Pisces is a 12th sign of zodiac, so person would have would feel some kind of detachment from the material world. Person will be some sort of, isolation kind of thing must be there. So these are the qualities of Pisces, and that will become the basic nature of that person. While in this scenario, the lord of Pisces, that is Jupiter has higher say about the physical attribute, about the health of an individual, about the personality of an individual. So any affliction to Jupiter may bring health issues, and any affliction to first house itself may bring behavioral issues. And that's why we have a concept of pakka lagna in astrology. Pakka lagna is nothing but the sign in which your first lord is present. Let's say you are a Cancer ascendant, so the sign in which moon is placed becomes your pakka lagna. So this is very important when you judge any transit or any dasha. Any transit, any planet that is transiting from a malefic house with respect to your first lord may bring health issues, even though that planet is transiting from a very benefic house from the first house. But since it is transiting from a malefic house with respect to first lord, that transit can bring health issues. Same way, when you are judging any dasha, that any planet that is not well placed with respect to first lord, and you are running under the dasha or pratyantar dasha or antar dasha of that planet, that time period may bring health issues. And vice versa is also true, that if any planet is well placed from the first house lord, but that planet is not well placed from the first house itself, that time period, the time period of that planet may bring issues related to your behavior. It might impact your determination, your intent. It might make you more aggressive, right? So these two are the reference point to judge an individual. There is one more important point, that is moon. That moon is your mind. Moon describes the mental state of a person. So sign in the first house describes your default nature, your basic nature, and moon describes your mental state at a given point in time. Let's say some bad transit can make you depressed, some good transit can make you happy. These are the state of mind. Nobody is born depressed. Not nobody has depression as his basic nature, right? So these three points are very important when you judge an individual. So the first lord, first house, the sign in the first house, the condition of first house, condition of first lord, placement of first lord, and then placement of moon and the placement of planets with respect to these three reference points, right? Now talk about the importance of first house. Why we say that first house is the most important house? First house is the most important house because that shows the strength you have to deal with the obstacles. By 8th house, it shows the immunity you have to deal with the diseases given by the 6th house. And that's why the relative strength of houses are important. Let's say the 8th house is very important and first house is weak, then the obstacles you have is stronger than you, so you will be shattered, right? So that, and in a vice versa condition, if first house is strong and 8th house is weak, so in that case you are stronger than the obstacles coming in your way, so you will be easily deal with it with your determination or patience, right? And that strength, that relative strength, we can check in Ashtak Varga. You know Ashtak Varga, but we will discuss about Ashtak Varga in my later videos because it might be confusing for the new learners. So that is the importance of first house. And one more thing, that first house also shows the extent up to which you will be able to enjoy the fruit given by other houses. Let's say someone has a very strong first house, or let's say someone has very strong 4th house and a weak first house. So in that case, person might be living in a very comfortable space, might be living in a very big house, might have many houses, properties, everything, but since first lord or first house is weak, he might be suffering from health issues. His movement might be limited within one room, or he might be completely laying on the bed. So in that case, he won't be able to enjoy the fruit of 4th house completely because first house is weak. And in a vice versa situation, if first house is strong and 4th house is weak, the person might be living in a small space, might be living in a rented apartment, but since first house and lord are strong, so he might be in good health. He will be he will be a happy going person, right? So who is more lucky? What do you think? That who is enjoying his life better? So this is the importance of first house, guys. So this was my small analysis or small discussion, you can say, about the first house. If you like my video, please press like button. If you want to subscribe my channel for more upcoming video based on astrology, you can click the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Or if you need a consultation from me, my contact details are given in the description section. So thanks a lot for your time. Thank you so much.